Good morning. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to our announcement. As a team, we just wanted to let you know that we understand that there have been some unprecedented times this year, especially recently, and that some of you may be experiencing some mental, physical, or emotional stress that is different for you. And as a team, I think we want to allow the space for that to occur and do our best to balance our duty to you to help you become these amazing behavior analysts that you're going to be, and also recognizing that that journey may look different than you originally anticipated. So we wanted to take a moment just to describe some of our thoughts on how we can support you, and also to make sure that you feel supported and have a voice in what this journey continues to look like for you. So on that note, I'd like to let my wonderful colleagues speak a little bit about how their experience has been, and what they hope we can do as a team. And then I also have some specific ideas I'd like to share at the end. So,
Hey
Ms.
all,
Reza.
how you guys doing? I just wanted to offer my support as a mentor in your life. Any kind of support that I can give you, self-management, self-care, just reach out to me. I my journey as a PCPA last year with Maggie was the same like yours. I mean, I had some issues, some struggles, and I was supported by my mentors. So I want to give back to you guys and just wanted to share that I'm here for you. Um, Call me, text me. We will be available more this week. So just reach out.
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to kind of chime in and really highlight the value of, as a behavior analyst, modeling the behaviors that you want to teach. And so within that, we three have kind of gathered together, realizing that you guys are our client. And so just in kind of align with what we've been 454,000 this week, and really looking at the ethical considerations. And so I've taken the role of knowing that I am a new adjunct instructor with you guys. And so therefore I am in a place that I have to learn my clients and going beyond. We took one step earlier this semester where we looked at your tell me about you form. And yet I think that there's a need to go beyond that. And so my efforts have been is to increase communication and making sure that you guys feel that I'm accessible. But then also I want to be able to ensure that if there is individual needs that need to be met, as you guys are going through trying times, realizing that everybody's needs are different and everybody's trials are different. Some of us may have one trial, some of us may be dealing with multiple simultaneously. And so, therefore, I will likely be looking at a way to get your voice to identify what you need as an individual student, which is one of my individual clients. In that process, I want to thank you all for being patient so far. As I am new to this, I'm also building competency in this area. And so, as I have collaborated with Maggie and Sadika, I'm also attending various sessions on higher education, just to ensure that I am meeting your needs and where you are. So, one of the things that I just want to highlight is that today, I'll be taking today and some of tomorrow to really just comb through the syllabus, to really identify what do we need to capture, where are we at, and what is the core skills that you guys need to obtain, so that it doesn't feel like busy work and it feels that we can also make a meaningful connection to things that are currently happening in your day to day. And I think that that is what's so powerful about behavior analysis is because we can go beyond made up concepts, right? Like it applies within our day to day lives. And I think that we as instructors be remiss if we didn't give you those connections. And so I think that, yes, we all may have a lot going on in different parts of our lives. And yet, if we can connect our content to our lives, then that will likely increase our motivation, right? It'll increase the value and the commitment that we may have as we move forward. And so I just want to continue to ensure you guys that we'll continue to look at ways of communication. One of those things that we're actually looking at doing and that we will start tomorrow as a group is identifying what we will call a town hall. And so every Tuesday from 1:45 to 3:45, we're going to create a space. And that space will be to either one, you can come to the table and say, hey, I have a question about each of these courses, and you immediately have all three instructors available to you. You can come to the table and say, you know what, here's I'm not doing well with. And I want to bring that to the table and feel like I have a safe place to have this conversation. And I also tell everybody, like, these are also opportunities to challenge, right? Like, how do we not grow if we don't challenge each other? If you challenge your instructors, you challenge each other as peers. And so this will also be an opportunity to say, I just want to talk about X that was brought up in course, and yet I kind of challenge that. Let's talk through that. And I think that we all need that space. And so as we, as individual instructors, can um, fix, right, what's happening in our class, we've definitely learned that we're not here to fix, right? We're here to support. We're here to come to understand. And so this will be a step that we will take forward to increase communication, to increase relationships, to truly, truly learn our clients, which are you all, and to ensure that we are ethically developing the skills of competency as we're all facing unprecedented times, which means that these are challenging times for even us as instructors that are going to require us to try new things and to learn new skills. And so we're going to step up to the plate for you guys as we continue to move forward through the summer course. I'm going to pass it back to Maggie.
Thank you so much. And I just appreciate so much. I want to take a brief moment and just say, I feel so empowered and grateful that Ms. Reza and Ms. Rigdon have stepped up to the plate. I also want to let you know that I'm trying to step up to the plate too, both in my role as a mentor for those of you that have gotten to have that connection or haven't yet. I'm always here to listen. I know I have to wear my administrator hat, and that can be a little bit scary, but I'm here for you guys, especially when it comes to helping you guys make that connection that Ms. Rigdon was talking about. Between, this is not just assignments that you're checking out. You're not just doing assignments in order to get a degree. You are becoming something that can change our community, that can change the world, that can change an individual's life and really make a big difference. So where that happens for you is going to be unique to each of you. And if you're feeling like you may have a different passion now, given the kind of year that we've had, let's capture that, and let's help you make a difference where you want to make a difference. I'd really love to help support those goals for you guys. Like Ms. Rigdon mentioned, we are going to start holding a town hall on a weekly basis, and we've all tried to clear our schedules in as much way as we can, so that if you're not able to make that town hall, but you still need that brave space, that space where you can come and really talk about what's important to you, or what's concerning to you, or ask for assistance in any way, that we also have those individual times that we can meet with you on a one-to-one basis. I think one of the challenges is the delicate balance of needing to make sure that you, as students, are competent and catching up on some of the things that you may have missed over the stressful last 2 semesters, and giving you enough lenience and support and space to address the challenges that you're going through, whatever those are, at the individual level, in your family, in your community, or as a world. I think we are all experiencing things that none of us were prepared for. So however we can support you in that, we're here. We're here. We're trying. I know you're trying, and we're going to keep trying. And we're going to be pragmatic. We're not going to give up until we find the thing that works for each of you. On the more practical side, as we look at the summer semester, I understand that there are challenges that are, I keep using the word unprecedented. I just think that fits really well here. So that may mean that we have to come up with some unprecedented responses to those challenges. I do have some options for those of you that feel like this semester is too much. Okay, so if you do some good self-evaluation and reflection, and you think, you know what, even with unending support, what I really need right now is some space to breathe and rest and renew, please come talk to me about that. There are options. We will certainly be supporting any of you as a cohort for the summer semester, even though that wasn't part of the original plan for this cohort. So, and I will advocate hard that Lindenwood provides the type of structure and availability of coursework that we need to accommodate those of you that have done your very best here, but may need to take a little bit of a detour on the path that you had originally planned towards your becoming a BCBA.
Shaping. all about shaping.
Absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
would add to that, I think that one thing I want to ensure that you guys take away is that a detour doesn't equal failure.
No.
And so
Yeah.
I want you guys to hone in on that, because sometimes being courageous and showing grit is knowing when you've reached a point that you need to make an adjustment. And that is where, when we get to the core of being a behavior analyst, that's a true skill that's needed. And so
That
we
mindset.
all, yeah, and with clients. And so we've all come into this. I remember when I came into it, we come in with our perceptions and our wants and our desires and where we want to go. And true grit and true courage is realizing that maybe what you perceive though as that route is going to be a slightly different route, and you have to be okay with that and you embrace that, and then you continue conquering life. And so I just want you guys to know that there's no like failure is not even a consideration in this. Adjustments, yes. Considerations, yes. Maybe maybe we might even feel a level of disappointment, possibly. And yet, all of those don't equal failure. We just need to make sure that every individual makes the choice for themselves and for their family, and for their own personal well-being, and know that that is welcomed and that is encouraged and supported, and there is no judgment and no bias, and we will support you guys as you go forward.
I see every instance of asking for help as a moment of extreme strength.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was going to say, that in my journey also, when it ended, I felt more powerful, more strong, because I felt I overcome all of that, and it gave more meaning to my degree, to my certification. It gave me more power, that it was a whole journey. And there were people with me who were supporting me until now.
So, however we can help, we want to. Obviously, I still am passionate about you guys becoming the 1% of behavior analysts that really go out there and are just powerful forces of change. Um, there's so much. I debated about reading a quote from Finding Social Solutions as we recorded this, and I decided that's too nerdy and dry of me. But remember, you guys read that book last year. We as behavior analysts have an opportunity to make change at so many levels for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and for the whole world. So I want you guys to have those skills, but also that empowerment that Ms. Reza mentioned and Ms. Regina have mentioned of feeling like you have support to do those things. So I don't want to take too much of your time, but I do want to let you know that we're here and we recognize that this is not.
For my help with any assignments that don't belong to my class.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we're all coordinating, so you can come ask us about other people's courses. That's fine.
Yes. So yeah, that's, don't feel that this is just a team. We are all, like, in fact, I will connect with you after.
And we're proud of you. We are. I know we may come across as wanting to push you and make you better and do different things, and it may feel uncomfortable, but ultimately that's because we know you can do it.
This is a team. And this team is not just three of us, it's all of us.
So we invite you to tell us what you need, what you want, what you feel, and please know that if that is different than you may have thought it was at the beginning of your journey, that's okay. Okay? All right. Please reach out. You guys have all our contact information, and until we see you next, I hope that you stay healthy, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.
Thank you, guys.